Hi, hi everyone. Myself Dr. N. Balajiraja, belong to Department of IT, JJ College of Arts and Science. Um, Now we are going to discuss about divide and conquer method or approaches. Nowadays, many algorithms are recursive in nature to solve a given problem recursively deal with sub-problems. In divide and conquer approach, a problem can be divided into a small problem. Then the smaller problems are solved independently, and finally the solution of the small problems are combined into a smaller for the large problems. Okay, so divide and conquer method is nothing but we are going to slice the small pieces. A big problem or large unit can be divided into a small unit, then it can be solved. After completing after getting the solution, we are going to combine and get the solution for original problems. Okay. Uh, Next, divide and conquer strategy in for following instance. Divide the problem instant into two or more smaller instance of the same problem. Then we are going to solve the small unit, that is smaller instant, recursively. After completing the recursive process, assemble the solution to form a solution for the original instance. Okay, the recursion stops when an instant is reached, which is too small to divide. When divide the instance, one can either use whatever divisions come most easily to handle, or inverse time is making the division carefully so that the assembly is simplified. This is the architecture for divide and conquer technique. Here, a problem of size is represented by n. It can be divided into a two subparted, that is subprogram. One is subprogram 1, another one is a subprogram 2. The size is represented by n by 2. Okay. Then we are going to solve the problem, subproblem. After completing and get the solution individually, we are going to organize it. Then we get a solution to the original problem. It is also represented by the this architecture. Next, the example for the divide and conquer method is finding the maximum and minimum numbers, binary tree traversal, merge sort and quick shots. First, here we are going to discuss about merge sort and quick shots. First of all, merge sort. Splitting the array A into two about equal half and make copy of each half in array B and array C. Sorting the given arrays B and C recursively. Then merging the short array B and C is into the array A as the following representation. For here we are going to repeat the following unit. No element remain in one of the array. Compare the first element in the remaining unprocessed portion of the array. Copy the smaller of the 2 into A while increasing the index indicating the unprocessed portion of the array. Once all elements in one of the arrays are processed, copy the remaining unprocessed element from the array into A. Next, this is the example for merge sort. Here we are providing the 8 different elements. It can be generated by randomly. We are using the divide and conquer method used to, first of all we are going to slices to the slices for the purpose of simplify the problems. Okay, it can be slices two or more pieces. Then we are going to arrange it. The first represented by the smallest element, and the highest element is represent followed by the smallest element. This based to we are going to rearranging. For example, here we are going to provide the 8 elements. The 8 elements is, first of all, we are going we divide into 4 and 4. The 4 is also divided into 2 cross 2. Then again it can be divided into a 1 cross 1. We are going to compare each element, which one is smaller, which one is higher. It is also interchange the place. We are going to arrange the order based. This way too we have sorting this techniques using the divide and conquer method. Next, quick sort. Here quick sort also have a select. First of all, we are going to select the partitioning element, that is called by the pivot element. This is a it is also indicated by the first element. The pivot element indicated by the first element. Then rearrange the list so that all the elements in the first S position are smaller than or equal to the pivot element, and all the element in the remaining n minus s position are the larger than or equal to the pivot element, so that we are going to easy to compare and interchange or swapping the element. Exchange the pivot with the last element in the first element based on the less than or equal to or greater than equal to method used to. Subarray, the pivot is now in its final position. Sort the two subarray recursively. Next we are going to discuss about one example. Here we are going to analyzing in the 13 different type of element used to we solve the quick techniques. First of all, we select the pivot element. The pivot element here represented by the first element as usual. Then move I pointer from left to right, and J pointer it will be moved to the right to left. The I pointer also moving finding the element for the larger than the pivot element. The J pointer also pointing the element to the smaller than the pivot element. That is also very very important. I and J pointer main purpose is we are going to find the element, which one is the higher element, which one is the lower element. Then it will be swapping or interchanging the element. If such element are found, the element are swapped. This process continue till the I pointer cross to the J pointer. The position for pivot is found, and interchange the pivot and the element at the J positions. For example, here we are providing the 13 different type of element to analyzing the quick shots. As usual, the first element, the first position element 38 is assigned to a pivot element. Remaining element we are going to compare it. For example, here I pointer also pointing searching to the left to right, which one is the highest element. For example, fifth position 79 is the highest element, so the eye is pointing to the 79. Then right to left it will be pointing to the jth element. The 11th position number 4 element is the lowest element compared to this, so it will be pointing to the 11th position. It will be swapping and interchanging. Next it will be moved to the next highest element. J is pointing to the 6th position 57. J is pointing to the 9th position 2. It will be interchanged, swap and interchanged. Then next J will be moved from right to left. The next smallest element is 7th position number 24. Now it will be crossed to I pointer. Okay, so that we are going to interchanging the or swapping or interchanging the pivot element. Okay, this way too we solve and sorting this technique using the divide and conquer method. Finally we get the solutions. Thank you.